So if Vholran is the lord of the water realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hootle. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area's the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Vholran treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Vholran! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself. So all this, kidnapping Shion, sacrificing other people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time? I would not expect you to understand the team that absolute power brings upon you. I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Vholran, and free those human slaves! Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas. Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Here, let me help.
Try harder!
Come to an end. Hear me!
Here I come! Burn in hell! Dragon form!
In a vine?
Dragon shadow! Burning alpha! Try this! Take this! Splendid blast!
Freeze! Fool! Entertain.
He just won't stay still.
If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
Mark can handle this. Sealed. Confiscated. Raging cascade.
Swarm!
In here. First aid. Already played
I'm
this
ready.
one.
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
I'll heal you all.
This one's all mine.
I'm just getting started.
Thunder field.
Searing gale.
Healing circle. Let's keep planning.
Now this is
This
enjoyable.
looks bad. We've got to stop him.
Try harder. Not
Take
this.
I really
Dragon
need one.
swarm.
That's far enough.
Take this! Never see what I come on a roll now!
Photon
What's wrong?
healing circle.
I owe you one.
Raging storm.
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Eyes on the ground. Here it comes.
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Try harder.
Here's a healing arc.
Leave the torch to me!
Try harder.
Glacial spear.
Enjoy.
Here's the evil. Illuminate the dark. Not on my watch.
Here.
Illuminate the dark.
No further.
Only glimmer. Only land.
Take this.
Can't be
I
happening.
owe you one. Stay away from my friend. There you go now. Did we get him?
He's open! Let's go!
No escape.
I'll tear you apart!
Searing gale.
In a vine?
Dragon swarm. Sword lane out.
Healing circle.
Now this is enjoyable.
I really owe you one. The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll see about that.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Got him!
It's all over. Vholran. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alpin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Vholran has that crest as well?
And if Vholran's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be.
You resent not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, outright. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The power to care only for domination.
You never asked for the rule. No one did.
What do I care? Your wants. You are but a mote dust in the light.
Alpin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Here's a healing arc. First
I
aid!
owe you one. Show you
first of all-
power.
Here's another!
You bleed and fight.
Here's a healing arc.
Out of my sight.
None shall escape my
Unleash lightning. You picked the wrong
Here's a healing arc!
Searing gale!
Eagle dive! Puddle!
Thunderblade!
Thunderblade! Easter!
I'm not done! I'm on Dragon Form!
All good things come to an end. Now you see what I can do!
Raging Cascade!
Lead!
Seriously, never miss! Not in your dreams!
Impudence!
Raging
I'm not done!
Sword!
Unleash!
Not my slightest.
You'll pay for that!
No further.
He's too fast to keep up with!
Then we'll take him together. Rinwell, follow my lead.
Okay.
I'll provide cover.
Slap the shock!
Illuminate the dark!
All shall bow before you! Slap the shock! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Thunder Field!
Freezing
Storm!
storm!
Electric energy!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Know your place!
First aid!
I owe you one.
Denied!
Kneel before your sovereign!
Hear me! Light after
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
Your life will end here!
In the groove!
Dragon Form!
He's about to attack! Damn it! We need to stop him!
More where that came from!
Ribbon
I'll heal you all!
Dragon Shot! Proof of it! All others shall be banished!
Healing circle! Sleep now! Into the shadow!
Try harder!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
Just what is this?
In a bind?
Dragon Form!
Ribbon tear!
Sword Ray Alpha! I'll tear you apart!
By the power of water!
Dragon Blood! Slap the shock!
You alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
All shall bow before me! Not today! I shall be the ruler of all things!
Healing
Sword Ray Alpha!
Eat this! That's enough!
Splendid
It's in the
blast!
sky, it's mine! Here goes! Take this! There!
Wretched worm!
Everyone together!
I'll shoot him down!
Dragon Form! Sword Ray Alpha! Run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! What do you think you can do?
This guy's still standing?
Rogue! Everything finally belongs to me! I have seized the powers, and moves over and crushes those who fall in his feet! You are next!
it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shion's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Shion.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core?
Renis Alma!
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 canon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma, the present and past 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Vholran's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Dahnans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Dahnans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Xion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Xion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are you...
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Vholran. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Vholran. I would have thought that the Renins on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Vholran's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was... different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Dahna.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Vholran's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Vholran's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs... Huh?
Well... yeah...
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flat?
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
Now there's something I never thought I'd hear you say.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Dahnan master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. It was a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning. Ready?
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah. No. You did it!
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.
He's feeling threatened by a rival. Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
I think Hoodle senses something. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Damn. That weak, huh?
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Dragon Form! Lionheart!
Look up! Water! Here, not on my watch!
Look sharp! Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! That's my cue! Freeze Lancer!
Shut him down! Rending Flash! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Form!
Use its weak point to take it down.
We must be tired of hearing you.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on our side, Gilbert.
Raging Dragon Form!
Not in your dream!
Tiger Blade! Show thy mercy!
Round and pound!
Fairy Circle!
Sorry.
Alpha!
I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on one another?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Dragon Form! Soaring Alpha! Dragon!
Lion's Howl!
Here,
Rending Flash!
Inferno!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
you need to be careful. With the blazing sword, and with my thorns.
Shia.
Explosive Ring! Aqua Dragon! Not a chance! Strike! I owe you one! Searing Gale! It's wide open!
It won't escape me!
Dragon Form!
I'll heal you all!
Sword No further! Dragon Swarm!
Why is he human?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Splendid Flash! Dragon Swarm!
Not in your dreams!
This one's mine. Here, let me help. Denied.
This
I'll
one's mine!
smash you!
Dazzling spin. Magna
Here
Ray.
goes!
Time to shine. I never miss.
Resonate
Not
with
in
the
your
earth!
dreams!
Will this help?
This one's all mine!
My head's spinning. Just watch the
Splendid Flash!
Appreciate the help. And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Radiant light! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down. Nice. We've almost got this.
Almost isn't quite there.
I like your attitude. I'm right with you, Captain.
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call!
Turbine Alpha! Try this!
Confiscated! Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Shattering pieces! Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Let's keep up the pressure.
Magna Ray!
Now I can let loose.
Begin! Turbine Alpha!
This one's mine.
Splendid Flash!
I'm gone.
Dragon Swarm!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Turbine Alpha! Try this! Ignite! No further!
This one's mine. This one is mine.
Dragon Swarm! Jump!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Shine! Radiant light!
Force of regeneration. I need to be stronger. Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah! Seriously?
Hey!
Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Dahnans from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Vholran soldiers. Watch yourself.
This debt shall not be forgotten.
Here, let me help. First aid! Withdraw!
Storm!
Silence the instant! Hear me! Flame of fury!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
Eat dirt!
Did you see this coming?
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! I never fit! Here goes!
Finish it!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
how?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Vholran.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
We've reached our destination.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renins tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Vholran's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But... I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Vholran.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Vholran was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dahna.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
I wonder if something happened.
Oh?
What?
Yes!
Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Right.
Very nice. Yes!
Got it.
Just a minute.
Great!
What? Yes!
Great! Whew.
Hey,
No way!
Oh? Hey!
Sorry.
How? Amazing!
Yes!
Hey. What?
Very nice.
Alpin! She owns stuffing bread with mabo curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.